This version of Malai Kofta has so much flavour and has such a lovely rich texture that you'd never guess that it's vegan, oil-free and gluten-free. It's a crowd pleaser and it's a wonderful meal to share with friends and family. Make sure you watch all the way through to find out the secret of how to enrich a sauce without the use of nuts, seeds or soy. It's one of those tips for oil-free cooking that you can apply to many different dishes. Remember to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified of all future videos. This recipe, along with our other recipes, are on our website. And of course, all of our recipes are vegan, gluten-free and oil-free. First, we're going to start off by cutting up the cauliflower into really small pieces. Now you can either use a food processor or grate it, as I did here. Next, chop up your mushrooms into small pieces. You'll notice the mushroom pieces aren't quite as small as the cauliflower pieces that we've already made. And the reason for this is that we want the texture of the mushrooms to be a bit more pronounced in the kofta. And this little hand belongs to my toddler. Whenever there's activity in the kitchen, she's never too far away. She'll get a chance to help out a bit later on in the recipe. Next, thinly slice your spring onion and coriander. And here we're using both the stem and the leaves for the coriander. Now crumble your tofu into a bowl. About the same texture you would use for, say, scrambled tofu. We don't want it to be too small because we don't want it to disappear in the kofta. This is a great chance to get your little ones involved. Tofu is so much fun to squish between your fingers. Now add your salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and some pepper. Place your non-stick pan on medium heat. Now tumble in all of your ingredients. Mix gently and then cook for about 15 minutes or until the mix is nice and soft. Once cooked, we want to go a step further and remove some moisture from the mix. Press the mix against the wall of your pot. If there is still a lot of water retained in the mix, continue to cook and reduce the liquid right down. The idea is that you want the mix to be firm enough to form the balls once the mixture is cool. And if you have too much water in the mix, then they're just going to fall apart. Once you have the right level of moisture in the mix, turn off your heat and allow it to cool. Once the mix is cool enough to handle, add your rice flour and your baking powder. Then mix thoroughly. and start shaping your koftas. Then place your koftas into a steamer tray. I have a steamer tray inside my rice cooker, so I'm cooking the koftas and rice at the same time. The koftas will need to be steamed for about 30 minutes. Now it's really important that you allow the koftas to cool after they've been steamed. Resting the koftas like this helps them to become nice and firm, so they keep their shape when you submerge them into the sauce. Now we can get on with the sauce. The full list of ingredients is in the recipe on our website, which you'll find in the description box. Turn on your non-stick pan to medium heat. Once nice and hot, scatter in your mustard seeds. You want to see them popping and dancing around the pan before you add your curry leaves. Then close the lid and cook for another 5 to 10 seconds. Then add your onions, brown your onions, and then add a splash of water to deglaze your pan. Follow this with your chopped tomatoes, garlic, jaggery, coriander powder, cumin powder, tomato paste, and your cooked chickpeas. Mix well. Add your water. Then close the lid and allow to cook for about 10 minutes. Then use a sieve-like spoon to remove the solids from the liquid. Add half a cup of water and blend until smooth. Now add the blended mixture back into the pan. Then add salt to taste and mix thoroughly. Now here is the secret to making the sauce even creamier without the use of nuts, oils or soy. Boil your frozen corn for about 2 to 5 minutes, then blend until completely smooth. This step adds some natural sweetness, makes the sauce nice and glossy, and thickens the sauce as well. Place your koftas into the sauce, add some steamed basmati rice, and you're ready to eat. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.